Welcome to this web class. We are going to start here in just 1 second. And I just want to take a moment to thank you for joining us. This is going to be very, very revealing for you. And it's going to answer a lot of questions that you have about how to start and or expand your online business for coaching and training. And we're going to talk about a lot of other things that you can tie in here together as well to really allow you to have a successful business online and also tie it into your offline, what people often refer to as brick and mortar business as well, if you choose. There's 4 primary things we're going to talk about in this web class. Number 1, education. You have to know what you're talking about. You have to have the intelligence, the knowledge, and the skills to coach, train, mentor, or otherwise consult people on whatever your area of expertise is. So education is critical. Number 2, there's a certification process, very straightforward. And then all the different career options. And by career options, I'm really talking about business options because this will be your own business and it will be more than just a job. It will be your career. And I believe you're going to be incredibly successful because the training that I'm going to be going over with you today is super comprehensive and will answer so many questions that you probably have right now. And then number 4, we're going to talk about making money. Yes, you want to be intelligent through education. Yes, certification shows you have competency. Yes, you want to have a successful career, and you need to make a lot of money so you can provide for yourself and your family and give back to charity and to be able to live life on your terms and contribute to society as well. So it all matters and it all fits together very nicely. So once again, welcome. You are in for an eye-opening experience. So I ask you at this time, please remove any distractions that there may be. If you have the kids, please have someone watch the kids or send them outside. If you have other devices that are a distraction, please turn them off. Turn off your notifications. This isn't the time to surf the web at the same time. Please pay attention, and I promise you, you will have such clarity on how to grow and expand a really successful online business, and it will be very rewarding in the end. I promise you that. So give me your undivided attention, please. My big promise to you is that when you go through this training that we're going through now, you're going to be able to have a clear path and a complete understanding of what is necessary to grow your online coaching, training, mentoring, or consulting business. And we're going to differentiate those different things as well. So pay attention, and I promise you that you will have numerous questions answered. You will have clarity, you'll have insight, and you will have the focus and determination, I hope as well, to make your business a huge success. So now that we've done all that, let's get started here. I want you to think about this. You have special skills, talents, and abilities right now that you can turn into massive profits online. Now, you may already have a degree, which, by the way, is not required to be successful at all. And I'll show you what I mean. It's not required. It's nice to be smart, and any education can be helpful, but there's absolutely zero correlation between having a degree and success with an online business. Absolutely zero. But it is important to have skills and competency, and that's why I prefer certifications, because it's concise, a direct, applicable path for a certain skill set, which gives you skills you need and will help get the results for your clients that they want and need. So right now you have past skills, you have had hobbies, you've had other experiences that people want to learn. And here's the thing, I'm going to get into this in a little bit, but this is really important. Sometimes you have done something so long that you've mastered it so well that you don't think it's a big deal. But there are literally millions of people who have no idea how to do what you can do, but want to. And they will pay you a high dollar amount for you to teach them how to do it. But oftentimes they're not in your geographic area. So that's why you need to build your online presence, build your brand, and offer your programs, products, and services and coaching to people all over the world. Really, your only limit is what language do you speak and do the other people speak your same language? And right now, obviously, we're speaking in English, and there are literally billions of people on planet Earth that speak this language. And if you are bilingual, you literally have doubled your audience and doubled your opportunity. So remember that whatever you do in one language, if you are bilingual or trilingual in some cases, good for you. That's an incredible skill set as well. You can offer these same programs to people who speak other languages and double or triple your market and your opportunity. And if I haven't met you, hello, my name is Dr. John Spencer Ellis. I have a really long name, so I just go by JSE, and you're welcome to call me JSE. I'm the CEO and founder of NESTA, which is the National Exercise and Sports Trainers Association, and the Spencer Institute. And these schools were established in 1992. And since that time, we've had 65,000 people go through our programs from over 60 countries. Unbelievable and an incredible honor. So we have been doing this a really, really long time. And I've actually been helping people on the internet through my own online coaching and training almost since the inception of the internet back in early 92, literally within maybe 18 months or so after the primary internet was built and people started using it for commerce. I was online doing coaching and training and fitness programs and things like that, which was very antiquated if you compare it to what we do now. But I was out there being a pioneer in the early 90s. And I'm going to guess that some of the people watching and listening to this weren't even born at that time. That's okay. Just know that I've been doing it a long time. And over that time, I've had a lot of lessons. I've had some setbacks, definitely had a few bombs. And also I've had some incredible success that I'll share with you as we go through this. Okay. And so let me show you. And sometimes I'm reluctant to show you or anyone a slide like this because I don't know what people will think, but this is a true story. So I'm going to take a chance and share this with you. The photo on the left is really the front door of my first apartment. I think, the address is 105. Oh my gosh, I remember that. And although my curtains weren't quite that jacked up when I lived there, I actually went up there and took a picture of this with my iPhone. They probably thought, who the heck is that guy doing that? But I wanted it to be real and authentic. If I'm going to tell you the story, I'm going to tell you the real story. That is my first apartment. There's no bedroom. It was a bachelor apartment. I didn't even have a bed. I slept on the floor because I couldn't afford a bed. And it would have been in the living room anyway because there was no bedroom. And I was down to just $20. And then I started turning things around. I literally had $20 left in my wallet, and I thought, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And then this picture is from the living room in my penthouse that I own in Las Vegas, and that's the Bellagio Hotel, which is famous from the movie Ocean's 11, right behind me there. And so both of these are real photos, and that's my French bulldog, Lucy, who is under my feet right now as I'm making this video for you. So if you hear something, that's who you're hearing, is that cute little puppy there. So why am I showing you this? Because sometimes people think, oh, well, success is for other people, or they had special opportunity, or I don't have the same ability, resources, or whatever. I'm telling you, I was down to $20 and didn't have a bed, and I slept on the floor. And today, that penthouse is where I live most of the year. And it was after 25 years of hard work, training, learning, observing, asking, seeking, believing, dedication, investing, and perseverance, and becoming an online expert. That's what I want to help you do. That penthouse was purchased with the proceeds of becoming an online coaching and training expert. You can do the same thing. And in full transparency, I'm also dyslexic and diagnosed with ADD. So the fact that I can do that in spite of myself lets me know that you can do the same. And so there's no reason you can't do great things. So please, I'm just prefacing this at the beginning before we really get into this, and we're going to move quickly. You can do whatever you want. I will support you. I will show you that is possible. I've proved that is possible, and I will guide you every single step of the way, because to me, this is so, so rewarding to help people just like you to realize their goals and dreams, and specifically for me to do it as an online expert in whatever capacity that is for you. I know there's a lot of different people who will see this and watch this and listen to my words that have expertise in all different areas that are far outside the traditional coaching or fitness, which a lot of our students are in. I have some people that do archery. I have some people that work with moms, homeschooling, religious organizations. It's up to you. You take this business model that I'm teaching you and apply it to in whatever way you want and to serve whoever it is that you want to serve. So there you go. That's a very brief story of how I got where I'm at, and I still know I have a long way to go. I have a lot to learn, but it has worked, and now I want to share it with you, okay? So you can think about this. You can start or expand your online coaching or training business. If you've never done any online work, you can now. And it doesn't take a bunch of money. People think it takes a bunch of money to start an online business. It doesn't. Not at all. I mean, way less than a physical location. And this specific training separates you from other trainers, instructors, and coaches who may struggle to become a success online. You know why? Because they want to do it, but they're not willing to take the time to figure this out. And that's sad because they leave a lot of money on the table. There's a lot of people who don't get served, which could benefit. And you will have to be the hero who comes along and helps everyone because there's too many people who try to figure it out on their own and fall short. And that's a shame for everybody. So I'm going to be teaching you a lot in this course today. And then also to let you know, we have an online coach certification, but it's more than just a certification because it's literally the most comprehensive business system we've ever created since the inception of my company back in 1992. It's incredibly comprehensive. And in fact, all the reviews thus far have been all positive, which is rare, very rare. There's always something that people want to improve about something. And literally all the reviews have been positive, which I'm super honored about and pleased. And so I had to share that with you as well. And so the credential you earn is a certified online coach. It includes a very comprehensive, very, very comprehensive and detailed step-by-step business system. And we're going to break this all down. The learning format is self-paced. It's 100% online. It's a lot of videos, really easy to understand, broken down into modules and submodules and subcategories. And it just makes it a lot of sense out of a lot of different things that you need to know. So I'm not going to go into all the details there, but you can read that if you like. Basically, it's 100% online. It's self-paced. You need the internet, obviously, and you have a secure online learning portal that is specific for you and no one else. The exam requirements to earn the certification portion is passing a 50-question multiple choice non-proctored exam online. So you don't have to go anywhere to take your exam. You can take it from anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world. As long as you have an internet connection, you can take your exam and pass it with 70% or greater. And there's nothing tricky about it. We just want to make sure you have understanding and competency. And the results are known immediately as well. And then upon completion of that, you earn the title of Certified Online Coach. Now, why would you want this? One, it's going to show your students, members, clients, customers, and prospects that you have competency and understanding. You also earn continuing education credits for Nesta and Spencer Institute, so you get your CEUs out of the way. And there's a lot of them in this program, 40 hours, 4.0, because there's literally 40 hours of training here, but it's broken down very, very systematically, very easy, but incredibly comprehensive. And the other thing is, the more credentials you have, there are people who will seek people with credentials. So that's good as well. And obviously, it lets you have the confidence to know that you have a given level of understanding and competency as to how to facilitate online coaching, which is, you can also call that online training. We're going to differentiate here in a minute. Now, this is a little specific to people who do more like health, fitness, wellness, nutrition, lifestyle, diet, that kind of stuff. But I know there are people who will watch this that have nothing to do with that, but you want to do online coaching or training instead. That's fine. But if you do anything with people related to their health, well-being, mental wellness, things like that, remember this. Unless you are a licensed medical professional under the guise of whatever jurisdiction, municipality, government oversight agency, or whatever that allows you to treat, diagnose, or prescribe. You cannot treat, diagnose, or prescribe. And you always need to get medical clearance for any lady who might be pregnant. And then whatever you're doing, when in doubt, refer it out. That's really an easy way to go about that. And by the way, we give you a whole bunch of different forms for intake forms for any type of coaching you can imagine. That all of that is included inside this program as well. And this is just a quick overview because we're going into this in depth. But how will you get clients? Free 5-day challenges, Facebook Live, social media, email marketing, web classes like this. There's a lot of different things that you can do, and we teach you all of them in extensive detail. And, of course, you can do the old school stuff, too, where you go out and network and meet people and shake hands and kiss babies and be on stages and stuff like that. And actually, there's a speaking component of this as well. So what do I need to do to start my business? This training actually in Module 1 gives you a complete startup plan, including like how to incorporate your business. Should you incorporate your business? Setting up your banking account, minimizing your taxes legally and ethically, everything you can think of to start up a business. You do not need a comprehensive business plan that's 5, 10, 20 pages long. You do not need that. The only reason people need that is if they're going to franchise a business, if they are getting a bank loan, if they are bringing in investment partners, sharing equity in the company, stuff like that, then you need a comprehensive business plan. There's certain protocols and procedures for that. You do not need that. So don't think you do. A lot of people who think that actually fail in business. And here's some irony for you, and this is true. I have friends that, make anywhere from $100,000 to $50 million a year and up, and that's no joke. I don't know any of them that made a comprehensive business plan when they started. Now, sometimes you need to update plans. Sometimes you modify plans. Sometimes you add plans. Sometimes it will call for a plan to be developed later if you're getting you're going to franchise or give away shares or whatever. You're not going to do any of that stuff right away, and you may never. So don't worry about that, okay? I can't emphasize that enough. Some people are like, I don't know how to do a business plan. I don't know. Don't let that slow you down. It's not necessary. I haven't done a business plan, and I've made tens of millions of dollars. You'll be fine. Do you need a business license? The answer is maybe. You might need a business license. So a certification, by contrast, shows you have competency in a certain skill set, like online coaching. A license is handed out and paid for, or paid to, like a city, a county, a state, sometimes a country. It depends, what the rule is wherever you live, because I know we have students all over the world. A business license is a way for the government to collect a little bit of money, keep tabs on what you're doing, and have a registry of companies. And then they can keep data and stuff like that. It costs $50 in most places in America for an annual license. If you require it, just do it. I know in Southern California, in some counties, they don't have a business license, but they require what's called an occupancy permit if you have a storefront, an occupancy permit. In fact, I'm not even sure if that's required if you work from your home. So just find out in your city or county or whatever it is, do I need a business license? Yes, go get it. It's $50. If you don't need it, don't worry about it. Move on. Really, that's that simple. How much money can I make? Here's the best part. As much as you want, because it's how creative are you? How hardworking are you? How much are you willing to serve? How much are you going to love people? How much value are you going to add? How much good are you going to contribute to the world? I mean, seriously, those are the questions that matter most, in addition to, obviously, do you have a good sales and marketing campaign, and can you close the deal? I mean, literally, those matter as well, but it's how much do you care? How much are you going to love people? How much value are you going to add? How are you going to overcome people's objections by educating them in a fun and simple way to where they understand and they purchase and sign up for whatever it is that you're offering? So the answer is you can make as much as you want. I can't say that you're going to make $50 or $50 million. I have a lot of friends who do online coaching that make anywhere from $50,000 to, what's the one guy? He does $20 million a year. That's crazy, but it's true. $20 million. Look, if you made $250,000 a year, $150,000 a year, would you be happy? that's pretty good. But you can make a lot more. You can make a lot more. I do a lot more than that. I think you can do as well as I do, or even better. I'm still learning as well, and still I've done incredibly well. So there's a lot to learn. There's a lot of room for everyone. And by the way, we're going to get to that too. It doesn't matter if other people are already doing what you want to do. It just means that people are buying it, and that means there's a demand for it. So you can make as much money as you want based on how creative you are and how hard you're willing to work and how many problems you're willing to solve for the people in your community. So you may be wondering, even if I have an ability, a skill, or an interest, or a certification, or a degree, are there enough people who care or want to buy from me? So check this out. This is a screenshot from Facebook, and what I did is I just did some, and there's several screens here I'll show you. I just did a search for various topics, and then you can see there on the graphic, I'm looking under groups. Now you can also look at pages, which is like a fan page or a business page, but you use that more for targeting people for ads on Facebook. But if you want to see and learn from people in the community, look, I just put fly fishing. Look at that, 42,000, 38,000, 21,000, 4.6 thousand people. And it goes on and on and on. I literally could have done searches like this for 10 days and put all these slides up, but it would have driven you nuts, and it's too much information. The point is, I showed some far-reaching and esoteric ways of, topics, I should say, just to show you the diversity of what people are interested in and how many people. Can you imagine the 42,000 members? What if you got 1,000 members and you charge them $10 a month? That's $10,000 a month, and you should charge more than $10 a month. You get my point. If you charge $100 a month for 1,000 people, that's $100,000 a month. That's $1.2 million a year. So you can see how this adds up very quickly. And so that's fly fishing. So you say, well, how can I coach someone on fly fishing? Well, I don't know how to make a fly. I don't know how to tie a fly. I know it's a special kind of casting that is needed for fly fishing. I know a special type of reel that is used for fly fishing. Even the line that floats on top of the water is different. And there's all these different things. Then you can sell the gear as well to the people that you're coaching and training and mentoring. And then you could even do offline stuff and do excursions for fly fishing and do a hybrid model. So you market to everyone, do coaching, and then you do like an annual fly fishing excursion. This is crazy, right? If you're just thinking, if you were like a personal trainer, you're like, hey man, I just want to coach people online doing fitness. That's great. You can do that and you can make millions of dollars. The point in me saying this is that I want you to see how diverse this is. It doesn't matter your niche or niche, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. There's so many ways, so many people that you can help. And here's one too. I have a lot of friends and colleagues that have autism in their family. And so I became aware of the challenges that they have. And a lot of parents want support, but you can coach parents with kids with autism. And there's so many different ways of doing that too. Is it educational tools? Is it behavioral modification? Is it that you consult them and coach them on technology that helps kids with autism? I believe like tablets, as an example, like an iPad has been shown to improve communication skills dramatically with kids with autism. So you might coach people on doing different things with tablets for kids with autism. I'm just using that as an example. It's so wide ranging. And look at the size of these groups, 2,000, 1,000, 3,000, 17,000. It just goes on and on. Kettlebells. I know there's a lot of fitness people here. Look at 8,000, 3,000, 2,000. So are you a kettlebell instructor? If not, we have a kettlebell coach certification through Nesta. You can get certified in kettlebell, then do online kettlebell training. And you say, well, how can I do that online? I will show you. Homeschooling. Homeschooling is huge. This is one of the fastest growing educational divisions, classifications in the world. Because a lot of parents are just fed up with the educational system, especially in the United States, and they want to homeschool so they can control what their kids are learning and give them a better experience. And oftentimes, here's the thing too, think about this. There are people who go through my training like this and build an entire successful multiple 6 or 7 figure coaching and training consulting business online, but they have small kids and they're thinking, I can live anywhere, but my kids are in school. So then they say, I could do homeschooling for my kid and travel the world with my kid and give them a global education and teach them the cultures, the norms, the food, and the customs, and even the dance or the martial arts from every country I visit. How cool would that be? That kid would be smart. So I'm just saying that's why homeschooling's growing so much too, is because there's so many people doing this online training and coaching that a lot of people want to homeschool their kids so they can travel with them all over the world. You literally, check out this. This is crazy. You could literally homeschool your kids, become an expert in homeschooling kids, and coach other parents on how to homeschool kids while they travel the world. And that's exactly what you're doing. You can see how far this can go. Antiques and collectibles. What if you coached people on how to acquire antiques, how to trade antiques, how to barter? There's all these shows, like on the History Channel and Discovery Channel and that kind of stuff. This has become huge business. I had no idea. I just learned about this recently, how enormous the global market is for antiques and collectibles. And so there's a lot of coaching, consulting, advising, things that you could do online for this. And I'm just, look, and if you're a fitness, nutrition, diet, personal development person, you're thinking, hey, what about me? Hold on, I'm getting there. What I want you to know is you can do anything online. You can coach, consult, advise, mentor, or otherwise help people in any capacity, in any area of expertise, as long as you're not being a mental health professional or pretending to be one, or a medical professional, or treating, diagnosing, or prescribing, unless you have the licensure to do that. You can do anything. That's the beauty about coaching. There's no yes or no, right or wrong, good or bad. You just need to be qualified to help people and give good advice and input, and then you can do it anywhere you want, however you like. Interior design, 54,000 people, 19,000 people, 161,000 members. Holy cow, 161,000 members. Now, what if they have a coaching program or they sell an online course and only 1% of the people in that group buy, but it's $1,000 each time? What an incredible business model. Preppers, survivalists, preppers, doomsdayers, you can call them whatever you want. They're a little eccentric, and they're incredibly dedicated, and they will spend a lot of money to prepare themselves for the zombie apocalypse or whatever. And some of it, I've actually created self-defense programs that I sold to preppers. And I did very well in that space. And I did it through online program and course development, which that actually is included in your training that I'm going to show you. So you can do, again, you could do fitness for preppers. You could do training for preppers. You can consult them on gear. You could sell gear on your website. You can do all kinds of stuff. I know this is a little extreme. I just want you to see how diverse this is. Gardening groups, look at this. 91,000, 28,000, 82,000. Maybe you're an organic enthusiast. Maybe you do green living consulting or coaching. Maybe you're like a holistic nutritionist and you are fascinated and have an interest in gardening. Maybe you combine holistic, organic, non-GMO gardening tips with your nutrition, and that's how you coach people. Look at all those people that would be interested in what you offer. Because a lot of people that are interested in gardening are also interested in improving their health and having natural health solutions. So you can see the tie-in there. Women's business groups. Maybe you are a coach or a mentor to women entrepreneurs, new, aspiring, seasoned. Maybe they're moms. It could be anything. It could be also for women, maybe a breast cancer survival group, or fitness for people who are surviving and thriving, hopefully, from having cancer. So a lot of different things that you could do there. Car audio. Yes, you can coach and consult people on car audio as well. And of course, you can do this on personal development, stress management, sleep science, and any of the other certifications that Nesta and Spencer Institute offer. You could turn any of those specialties into an online coaching or training program as well. All right, so yes, that's the last one there. Okay, it's a lot of information, isn't it? Unbelievable. So great. So how will you make money? That's a fair question. And here's how you do it. Now, please remember, take a deep breath with me here. Please remember, you do not have to do all of this. And I actually don't want you to do all of this, at least at first. It's too much. But these are the different things you can do. And these are different things that you will learn to do in the Certified Online Coach program. But I don't want you to do all of them at once. I want you to find out what you like best, what you think you'll do best at, what speaks to you, what resonates with your heart, what makes you happy. That's what you do first. And then you can add the other things. But here are the different ways that you can make money online. Coaching, mentoring, consulting, create online courses. You have 8 hours of video training on how to create an online course as part of the Certified Online Coach program. Create downloadable info products, sell physical products on Amazon or Shopify or Etsy or whatever. So you can tie that into your online coaching, and you can do digital online video coaching and then complement that and sell physical products with it. You don't have to. You don't have to do that, but you can. You can become an affiliate for other people and sell their physical products or digital products. Maybe that you do that in conjunction with your own services. You can host a podcast. It's a great way to become an expert. Or you can become a guest on a podcast. There's training on that as well, by the way. Become a blogger. Blogs are not dead. A lot of people think, oh, it's video, it's social media, blah, blah, blah. Look, the reality is that a vast majority of business is still done through SEO, which is search engine optimization, and being found on Google, Yahoo, Bing, and other search engines around the world. And the best way to do that is have deep, rich, quality, long-form content on a blog. And so blogging still works very well. And you also can make a membership site where people pay to gain access to proprietary, high-level, specified, and I should say specific training that you created for them. There's more, but those are the big ones. And you might be thinking, well, cool. What if I want to make money offline? So here's the thing. A lot of people want to do a hybrid model. They might say, well, I think I will I'll coach or train clients, 4 hours in the morning, and then the rest of the day I'll work from home so I can hang out with my dogs and my kids or go for a walk or not be stressed out. That's cool. You absolutely can do that. That's called a hybrid business model. So you may do some online and some physical. Here's the benefit of all this training in the Certified Online Coach certification. You are going to learn skills, and you're going to be given techniques and learn simple but super effective technology that will grow your physical business as much as your online business. So you can apply all these things to your physical business as well if you choose to have a physical business. So what you will learn absolutely 100% applies and will give you a clear path to build an incredibly successful online business. And you will also learn how to take that same skill or those same skills and apply it to your physical business or your brick and mortar business. And then you can grow both if you want to. It's totally up to you. So you can do all online, all physical, or a hybrid model. And I'm going to show you another hybrid model you can do as well. So in person, you can do in-person coaching, mentoring, consulting. That can be one-on-one, small group, large group, families, couples, whatever you want to do. You can host a mastermind. You guys know I do the Penthouse Group Mastermind. I would love for you to join that as well. It's a lot of fun. You can create a seminar event. You can become a professional speaker. Yes, you are also going to get extensive professional speaker training as part of this program. You can become a media consultant, an online, on-air, you'd be an online expert too, on-air expert, and you can write a book. In fact, one of the, let me go back here a second. One of my students actually has become really proficient at getting on the news. In fact, she's on I forget if it's ABC, NBC, CBS, I forget which affiliate, in South Florida. And she's on there about every month as a nutrition and lifestyle expert. And then she gets to market her business. And a lot of people may be out of the area or too far to drive. So she ends up using that on-air news exposure to grow her online coaching business. And it's working really well because it instantly establishes her as an expert and an authority. And then writing a book too. Writing a book also positions you as an authority. And also how to write a book is in your training program. It can be a digital book. It can be a Kindle book. It can be a download book, a PDF book, a physical book, self-publish, work with a publishing house. We give you training on how to do each of those. And that's all part of the program as well. So yes, is there a lot of material in this? Oh my gosh, yes. Is it overwhelming? No, not at all, because you just take it one module at a time. There's the core curriculum, and then you go through the other business training, and you just go through it at a pace that makes sense to you, and you go through it in a way that fills the need that you have, and then you add more to it as you go along. And there's no rush. There's no time limit. You can take as long as you want to go through the material, so that's a beautiful thing as well. The next few slides, I I'm going to talk about, objections or fears that are common with people. Not always justified, not always accurate, but people have those emotions. So you might be saying, but I'm a nobody and don't even have a college degree in the field. Here's the thing. We teach you how to build your celebrity brand, your online presence as well. That's also part of the training. And also remember, you only need 5 or 10 clients to have a really successful business. How many billions of people are in this planet? I should have Googled that before I started this, but correct me if I'm wrong. 3 billion, 5 billion, 7 billion, 8 billion. I can't remember how much it is. It's a lot. All right. I think it's 7 or 8. That is a lot of people. And so if you only need 5, 10, 20 clients, you're fine. You're going to do fine. You just need to get out there and do it. Right? So if each person pays you $300 or $400 a month, and you get 10 clients, that's $4,000 a month. You can do that in your first couple of months, easy. And I already talked about this, but it doesn't matter if you have a degree in the field. It's nice to be smart. I have 4 different university degrees. I'm glad I have that knowledge, but I can tell you 100% that had almost nothing to do with my success in business and life. Almost nothing at all. Learning from courses like this and hanging around really smart people and going to different events and listening to podcasts and being curious is how I've become successful, and you can do exactly the same. But I'm not tech savvy. I'm really not either. That's the truth. And you'll actually learn how to make a PowerPoint just like this in the training program as well. This is done through a program called ScreenFlow. And then I make the replay available to you. And this costs $100. And that's it. And you don't have to have this either. There's actually free software out there that we share with you as well. There is free software that will create a video presentation like this that will cost you nothing. Can you imagine making this whole thing for nothing? Yes, I will show you exactly how to do that. If you can use a smartphone and know fundamental stuff in your computer in like a Word document, and, God, not even Excel. I mean, I don't even know how to use Excel very well. You don't even need stuff like that. You don't need much. You don't have to code anything. It's not like that. It's very, very simple and straightforward. And if something is a little more technically advanced, we show you how to outsource that work for pennies on the dollar. And I've done that for years and have incredible people on my team. They live a great life. And I get the work done that I need, and everyone's happy. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that as well if you decide to do something more technologically advanced. It's super, super simple, I promise you. But I'm shy. You know what? It's okay. There's ways to get over your shyness. We actually go through confidence training, determination training, mindset training. That's all part of this course as well. It's that awesome. It gives you all of that. And also, being real and authentic is good. So even if you are not, overly outwardly expressive, I think I said that correctly, overly outwardly expressive, it's okay. Just smile, be sincere, add value, and you're going to be just fine. I promise you. But I'm afraid of, you know what? Get over it. You should be afraid of not being a success. You know how you get over not being a success? You just become successful and the fear goes away. Just take action. You have to take action. Nothing brilliant in your life ever happened because you were reluctant to take action. But there are already people doing what I want to do. Perfect. That means that the need is there, the desire is there. And if the companies are there and thriving, that means that people are spending a lot of money with them. And there are enough people that they will spend money with you as well. So please do not use that as an excuse. But I'm not sure if I'm considered an expert yet. In a court of law, an expert witness is someone who knows more than the other people in the courtroom. That's it. Yes, you can get certified as an expert witness, but that's completely different. Basically, anything that you study, like any certification course you take from Nesta or Spencer Institute, will give you more knowledge than 98% of the people in the planet on that topic. All right? You're fine. You're an expert. I think you should continue to learn. I do all the time, every day. I expand my skill set and my experiences and my knowledge. And I want you to do the same, but I'm telling you, right now, you are an expert in at least one or two things that other people always say, oh man, that's so great. I can't believe how good you are at that. And you're thinking, man, I don't even think about this anymore. Like playing guitar. Maybe you want to coach or consult people on playing guitar. And you're like, man, I've been doing this for years. I don't even think about it. I don't even have to look at my fingers when I'm finger picking. And other people are thinking, I don't know how to make an A chord. All right. You're an expert compared to 99, 95, whatever % of people in the world. So yes, you already have the experience necessary. But I live in a small town and there aren't that many people who want what I can offer. Okay, your business is now global for anyone who speaks your language, so that doesn't matter. But what if it doesn't work? Follow my plan, it will work. You know how it will fail to work? If you don't take action and do what it takes. Guaranteed it will fail. But your probability of success is nearly 100% if you follow, actually it is 100% if you follow the work. The only time it doesn't work is when people try to shortcut something, or they don't follow through, or they do half the training, or they think they already know, and then they get in trouble. But do exactly as you will be taught, follow everything through, and you will be successful. How should I decide how to make money? Well, I talked about this a minute ago, but in general terms, you will be taught more than 10 ways to make 6 figures per year. That's $100,000 or more. Start with the one that interests you most and makes the most sense and makes you the happiest and you think you can execute most quickly. You know, those are the things that you consider. And then just choose one. And then you get that going and you think, okay, John taught me 9 other ways to make money online. What's the next logical thing I can add to this to generate more money? Oh, it's blank. Okay, well, then do that next. And just keep adding one more. And I tell you what, if you're really successful at one thing and you're just dialed in, you may decide just to stay with that one. That's fine as well. How long does it take to get up and running? This depends on the person. Some people execute very quickly, and those are the people who are generally more successful in life overall. Some people will be more resourceful and just do whatever it takes and stay up later and get up earlier in the morning and just, put the pedal down and go. Other people are more methodical and they tend to overthink things a little bit too much as well. You don't want to overthink. You want to be methodical, but then execute very, very quickly. And that's how you're going to be successful. You need to get it up with what's called an MVP, which means a minimal viable product or service, and then let people test it and try to break it really, and then find out, okay, I can tweak this a little bit. Oh, I got some good feedback. Yeah, they made some good points. I'm going to make this small adjustment. But if you don't get it out in the marketplace, you don't know what the feedback is because no one's seen it. So you want to start as quickly as possible, execute fast, get feedback from your customers, and then make modifications and then scale it up. Can I just sell other people's products and services in my niche? Yeah, you can. Commissions range anywhere from 10 to 70%, depending on what it is. 40 to 50% is average. But oftentimes in those situations, you don't collect the emails. You don't build as much brand loyalty because you're actually selling other people's products. You can, and I've made a lot of passive residual income selling other people's products. I do every day. I make some money selling someone else's service. And you can do the same. My thought is that you should build your own business first and then add on other people's products and services. But you are taught how to do it in this program. How will I get customers and clients? We went over that a little bit, but there is literally hours of training teaching you how to do this online and offline. And so you will know how to do it. And almost all of it costs nothing. The only thing that you would ever want to spend any money on is maybe like a Pinterest ad or a Facebook ad, maybe an Instagram ad. But even those are like maybe $2 or $3 a day. It doesn't take much because you're targeting a very specific audience. And then once things start growing, you can spend more money on advertising if you want to, but you really don't need to do much. I have friends that have a $500,000 a year business and they spend no money on paid advertising. Zero. And their business is 100% online coaching. And this particular lady I'm thinking of does women's weight loss. And she's doing about $500,000 a year with zero advertising spend. What specific skills are needed? If you can operate your smartphone and write a Word document, you can make any of this work. That's the truth. Now, Am I simplifying that? No, it really is that easy. If you're able to register for this web class, you have enough skills to make this web class because it's very intuitive. And also included in your training is expert advice from someone who will teach you exactly how to do it. And then I add even more training to that module as well for you. Let me rephrase this a minute. You are giving me a lot of information. How do I know where to start? It's this simple. You are given a step-by-step system, truly step-by-step. You are shown more than 10 ways to make money. You decide which you'll do. And you decide at what rate you add an additional item. And you may decide to only do one and just be really successful with it. I know one person who only does one thing. They only coach one group. They only have one offering online, and they're making over $1 million a year. Can I guarantee you're going to do that? No, because I don't know how hard you're going to work. But will you make money? Yes. Can you make over 6 figures your first year? Yes, but you must focus, and follow the steps that I give you, and absolutely it will happen. And if you're saying, well, why can't you guarantee me a certain amount of money? Because I don't know how hard you're going to work. I don't know if you're a quitter. I don't know if you're not going to apply yourself. I don't know. So I can't guarantee your success. What I can do, I can guarantee this. When you follow my plan, when you follow the system, when you go through the entire program, when you execute and move quickly, absolutely 100%, I will guarantee right now, you follow everything to the letter, you will make at least $100,000 per year in this business. That I will guarantee you. You just need to do everything that the program teaches, and absolutely that will happen. That I guarantee you. Let me see. Did I get that? Okay, yes. Okay. Let's talk about how you make money. So you can create online courses. I'm going to go through this quickly because I know we're getting along here in time. I'm going to move quickly for you now. You can create online courses. I did a workshop in California that we videoed the whole thing, and it was basically how to create online courses and downloadable programs and info products. You get the entire seminar, the whole day seminar on video with close-ups and PowerPoints and Q&A and all that stuff. I'm giving all of that to you in the program. You can create downloadable courses. Basically, people just access it rather than use it in an online portal. It's just more of a difference in delivery methods, but you can do that as well. You're taught how to do that. You can become a professional speaker. I'm also giving you professional speaker training in this program because even if you don't want to speak on stage, you still may do a web class like this, and you need to be able to speak effectively. You might do a podcast. You might be a podcast guest. You might be on TV. You might do a radio program. You might do a YouTube video. I want you to do Facebook Live. You might do Instagram TV. You might do Instagram Live. You might do Twitter videos. Hopefully you do all these things. You don't have to, but you want to be as omnipresent as possible. You are given a lot of professional speaker training in this course as well, and it's absolutely phenomenal. You will learn about online coaching. Now, let me differentiate a little bit here. So there's online coaching, and then the next one here is online training, and then online consulting. So let me just go over, let me go here again. Coaching, training, consulting. And then there's mentoring. So let me just go over my definition of these, and you may have a different definition, and other people have definitions, which also may be true. So coaching to me is eliciting someone's values. It's being a support system. It's being an ear when someone needs to be heard. It is helping someone make the best decisions possible, but allowing them to come to those conclusions based on the values that they already hold. But what you can do is take them through exercises to ensure that their values are congruent with their actions and things like that. Training is more scientific from the perspective of, let's just say you're a fitness trainer or someone says, I want to lose weight. Okay, well, science says that you need a caloric deficit. You need more of a plant-based diet. I'm just making this up. I know everyone has a different opinion. You might need to increase your strength training one more day a week. It looks like your posture is off, so we need to implement a range of motion and flexibility type of program as well. It's science, so you're telling them what to do because it's training. Then there's consulting, which is kind of a hybrid, because as a consultant, you need to listen to people's problems. You need to have leadership skills. You also might do some training that says, hey, this is what you need, and this is how the training needs to be done, and then let's talk about how you feel about it all, right? So consulting is kind of a hybrid. Mentoring is kind of like the old school apprenticeship where you want to, and I'm just saying this you as an example, you want to learn a specific skill and you find someone probably older than you with more years or decades of experience, and you shadow them as an example, not always, and they mentor you on a specific skill set because they themselves have done exactly what you want to do and have years of experience to share. That's a mentorship. And there's different definitions of all this stuff. I just wanted you to know how and why I differentiate and why it's different. And if you have another definition, then I welcome that as well. So you can do all of those things. You can also do seminars, workshops, retreats, and masterminds. So my Penthouse group is a hybrid model. I talked about that a little bit earlier. So, and you're welcome to join it as well. It's penthousegroup.net, penthousegroup.net. So the way I do mine is I have a private Facebook group, and people pay a monthly fee, and I do daily coaching inside the group, and I do weekly video coaching. Actually, tonight, ironically, is when I'm doing video coaching. I'll probably do about 90 minutes tonight of video coaching to the group. And then 3 times a year, we meet at my penthouse, which you saw earlier in that picture, and this is actually part of the kitchen there, in Las Vegas. And they get a live mastermind as part of it. So it's a hybrid model of online coaching, video coaching, and a mastermind. But you can do retreats, which are kind of where people go away more often. Workshops are a different format. Seminar, the kind of the seating and the presentation style is different. You can do any and all of these things. And you can do it in conjunction with your online coaching training and mentorship, and offer it. Sometimes what people will do is, and the way I did my model is people pay a monthly fee, and then I gift them the opportunity to come to Las Vegas 3 times a year. They don't have to. Some people don't. But it's available to everyone who is current with their monthly coaching payments. And so that's another avenue you can pursue. I just wanted to share this with you real quick. These are some of my friends and colleagues who have been super kind and have nice things to say about my work. I'm not going to go into all the details of it, but James Malinchak, you may know him from ABC's hit show Secret Millionaire. He's a good friend of mine, and he had some really nice things to say, and I've spoken on his stage several times as well, and we've spoken on other stages around the country together as well. Jarek Robbins, if he looks familiar or the last name sounds familiar, his father is Tony Robbins. Jarek doesn't talk about that much because he is a brilliant man and stands on his own 2 feet. But I think a lot of people also know he's Tony's son. He's a good friend, very, very smart guy, really a cool dude. And so he had some good words to say as well. And then Kat Sullivan is one of my best friends. We do a lot of charity work together for Miracles for Kids. It's a kids' cancer charity that we both support and help out. And she actually contributes to this training program as well. She is also known as the Princess of Pinterest, and she is a social media marketing expert, and she teaches you how to dominate Pinterest for your business. And if you have not considered it, or if you think it's a bunch of knitting, cross-stitching, and arts and crafts stuff, primarily for ladies, you're wrong. It's for everybody, and people who jump on board right now are early adopters and are doing very well. I jumped in with both feet, and it serves me very well. And we show you exactly what models she does and I do, and you can model that same thing. Ryan Lee, if you're in the fitness industry or the entrepreneur space, you know Ryan Lee. Ryan and I have been friends for 15, 17 years, something like that. And he and I were 2 of the first fitness professionals in the world selling information online in the early 90s. I think I beat him by a couple years. I'm a couple years older than Ryan. But we've been doing this a very, very long time. And he actually contributes to this program as well. He shows you how to do reoccurring revenue and membership models. And he gives you some really cool software tips as well. Debbie Allen, earlier in that picture you saw where the front door of my horrible apartment there, and I said I had $20 left to my name. I went to the bookstore when we had them, and I bought Debbie's book called Confessions of the Shameless Self-Promoter. And this is many, 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 many years ago. But she was my first mentor. And so in the quick backstory, I also had her open up my movie that I made called The Compass, and to thank her and highlight her for being my very first mentor. So I literally had $20 left to my name when I lived in that apartment that you saw in that picture early on. And I read Debbie's book, and she helped me turn around my business when I was a young entrepreneur, very motivated but very clueless. And she said some nice words as well. She's very sweet. This is my friend Kelly O'Neill. She teaches you how to market to the affluent market as well. And she's another brilliant lady. And then if you're from the fitness industry, you probably know Pat Rigsby as well. He's one of my best friends. Very smart guy. And he's had some nice words to say as well about the work that I do. And then AJ Mirzad. He is a coach and consultant for trainers as well. And a good friend and a really nice guy. So he had some nice words to say. It's just too much. I'm not going to go into all of it right now. And then Kelly Hart Davis is a member of the Penthouse Group, and she has an online coaching business that we were able to optimize. And she does very, very well and supports her entire family. She supports her entire family with her online coaching business. And actually, I interview her in this program as well. So you're going to learn from her. And she is one of my students in my mastermind and coaching program. So it goes full circle. And then this is a really good buddy of mine. I don't know why this is not showing here. Darn it. So anyway, he is just so impressive with what he's done. When we started out, he might have been making, I don't know, $70,000, $80,000 a year, and I'm not even gonna say his name right now because I'm gonna maybe you recognize him, but he's doing well over $1 million a year now with his business after working with me, and he's just done so well, and I'm so proud of him. He's such a nice guy, so he has some nice words to say there. So if you know who that is, that's great, but I'm not gonna say his name because I just told you what he's doing there. I think it's okay, but just to be on the safe side. Okay, here's a breakdown of what you're going to get. I'm so excited sharing this with you. I'm actually out of breath. So here's a breakdown of what you're going to get. You know what? I'll just tell you his name. Let me say here. It's Warren. Warren Martin. I figure I might as well give him the credit that is due. He's just such a good guy. So anyway, that's Warren Martin. Good friend, student, and a brilliant businessman now. So here's a breakdown of what you're going to get. So there's two aspects to the program. There's the core curriculum and then the online expert empire aspect of it. You are only tested for your exam on the core curriculum. That's it, just the core curriculum. So this is where the 50 questions of the exam come from. So what is online coaching? It's basically an overview of everything. Expert positioning, how to position yourself as a true expert. Building your community, your daily habits and rituals. That's for success. Pricing your services. How to develop your free mini course. That's how you get people into the program. That's one way. Client renewals. How do you get them to renew and refer? Your checklist and startup sequence. Your online coaching forms, and then your exam. We give you all kinds of forms like checklist, release forms, questionnaires, like all kinds of stuff. It's really great. So you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. We give it all to you. Then the complete business system. So you get all that, and that's a lot already, but it's easy to follow, very simple, very straightforward. You also get the entire online expert empire business system. That's a mouthful, which is the most comprehensive course we've ever developed since 1992. It really is. It took me months and months and months and months to put it together, and now you get it all. So here, I'm going to go through this quickly. I know I said that before, but I'm really trying to crank through this. There's so much I'm giving you here. Module 1 is the Introduction to Online Entrepreneurship and Business 101. It basically, everything you need to know to set yourself up correctly, from business to incorporation to insurance if you need it, and all the fundamentals, of getting started. It's all in there. Developing your brand and image. This is with a gentleman who helped me build my personal brand, and he's going to teach you how to build yours in here. It's great. Discovering and finding your perfect customer avatar. Your customer avatar is that ideal person who is most likely to want and need your service, and you are best equipped to serve. And we show you exactly how to find that person. Module 4, essential equipment for your successful business. Yeah, I know that is a corny stock image there that is not even representative of how it even looked now, right? Look at how uniform and monochromatic that is. That is a ridiculous stock image we got there. But the point is that we will show you what equipment is necessary and what is absolutely not necessary, and then also what are free and inexpensive alternatives to expensive options. So you have all these different ways of saving a lot of money or doing it for completely free. Module 5, social media mastery. You're going to learn about Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest. My friend Sean Kennel teaches you about YouTube. I believe he has 2 million followers on his YouTube accounts. Okay, he has 2 or 3, and each of them have a million followers, something like that. Cumulatively, I think he has over 2 million subscribers, I should say, not followers, on Instagram. Or I'm sorry, YouTube. It's unbelievable what he teaches you in this program. And then Kat teaches it, and all my friends who are top experts all came together to contribute to that module for you. Video marketing mastery. Oh my gosh, you get so much in this. We give you the entire video authority training program inside this module. So it's literally hours of like, how do you set up your camera? How do you set up your lighting? How do you set up your audio? And then if you want to, how to edit, how to choose equipment, how to do post-production, how to syndicate your videos, how to market them on social media, all that stuff. We give it all to you. And again, you're like, well, I don't want to do all that. Well, fine, you can outsource it or give it to your little brother or whoever, but we teach you how to do all of it from beginning to end. Super, super comprehensive. Chris Pirelli taught this part. He is brilliant. He's worked with Tim Ferriss. You guys know who he is from the 4-Hour Work Week. He's done video work with Wu-Tang Clan. He's worked with the top people in the fitness industry, UFC people, and all points in between. He is brilliant, and he teaches the vast majority of this module, and you get all of that free included in the program. Module 7, Information Product and Online Course Blueprint. That's the workshop I was talking about earlier, 8 hours of video just in that on how to make online courses and info products. Module 8, Professional Speaker Training, and also how to write your first book. That's all included in Module 8. And Module 9, Successful Online Experts Reveal Their Secrets to You. Now, some of these people are individuals who are teaching other modules, but I just put everyone's picture here together. Probably Billie Jean. Billie Jean is marketing. Michael O'Neill has one of the most successful podcasts on iTunes in the world. He teaches you how to do podcast. My friend Caleb Maddox, 16-year-old self-made millionaire and online influencer, and he's written 9 books at age 16. And there's all these brilliant people. I'm not going to go into all of them right now, but I'm telling you, these people together collectively, these people right here have earned $250 million online, $250 million collectively. I'm not exaggerating. And they give you their best secrets. They help you with the program or with your development of your program. They help in this program. And they're all my good friends, and I'm so grateful that they agreed to contribute to this. And now you get the benefit. Module 10, email marketing, website traffic, podcasting, and webinars. You can call it a webinar, web class, whatever you want to call it. Like that's what you're watching right now. You can call it a web class, a webinar. We teach you how to do that. I brought in the top people from the technology companies who host it to teach you how the back end of it works, and then I teach you the front end part of it. And it's super comprehensive, very easy to follow, and it will help you grow your business tremendously. Email marketing from the people who know it best as well. Website traffic. How do you get people to your website? Paid and unpaid. How do you get people there? Because that's how you're going to grow your business. You learn all of that in Module 10. Module 11, online coaching, mentoring, training, consulting. We talked about that. Basically, it teaches you how to do all these things. And also, I give you a sample of many, many different training courses from Nesta and Spencer Institute in this module as well. So you're going to receive even more training on different types of training, coaching, and consulting inside this module, aside from teaching you how to be an online coach in this module. Does that make sense? So I'm giving you additional training courses inside this module and showing you how to become a coach yourself in this module. Number 12, membership sites and reoccurring income models. This is what Ryan Lee was brought to the table for. He is brilliant. He is known as the king of continuity. Continuity income is that reoccurring, predictable, hopefully growing monthly income that happens because you're a member or people are a member of whatever it is that you're offering. Just like you have a gym membership, you have a membership probably to Netflix or something like that. That's reoccurring revenue. And memberships do that, and we teach you how to create your own membership site and membership business for your online coaching. Remember, you do not have to do all of this. You're going to choose one thing and then add more later. And so just choose it. You say, well, I just want to coach people on weight loss, or I want to teach people on self-defense, or I help people learn how to tell their story. Whatever, I help people gain more confidence. I help divorced fathers get back in the dating game. I don't know what it is for you. Whatever it is, you may decide, I just want to coach people like that. And I want to do like a model like you have, John, where I do a Facebook group and I do video coaching and then maybe like a quarterly local retreat or meetup or something like that. We show you exactly how to do that, step by step by step. It's very intuitive. Then you can add the other things later that make the most sense if you choose. Module 13, e-commerce. So e-commerce is basically selling on Amazon, Shopify, Etsy, eBay, Jet. Did you know you can even sell on Walmart, Target, and Costco? You can. So sometimes you may have a coaching program that's really successful, and you're like, I have developed a proprietary system that does blank, and I want to have a success journal that goes with it. How do I sell this success journal? Well, you can sell it on your website, and so that's a physical product, which would technically be e-commerce. And you may also sell that success journal on Amazon and use that as a means to get people to do your coaching program, which would complement the success journal. Does that make sense? So again, you don't have to do this, but you can add it in there when you think the time is right. You are given a fundamental training, overview, and understanding of setting up a business on Amazon and all the other things as well. So this is great, great training, and you're also given resources to add even more later. Okay, here we go. We're almost there. Thanks for hanging in here. And by the way, I would imagine by this point, you probably saw a button show up probably on the right side of the screen that it lets you get the Certified Online Coach program. So if you know you want it now, just click that button and it'll open up a new window and you can jump over right now and grab that. If you want to have a little bit more information, then hang with us here. So Module 14 is affiliate marketing. That's when you learn how to sell other people's products. Also, you can set your programs, products, and services up on a network such as LinkShare or ClickBank or JVZoo and some of the other ones, so other people can sell your programs, products, and services and coaching systems as well. And then you do a revenue share with them, and they become your evangelist that go out and get you customers, and in exchange, you give them a cut of the monies earned. So that's another thing you can do, and you're taught exactly how to do that in module number 14. Module 15 is how to launch your site, program, product, or service. My friend Peter came in to help me teach this module. And I'm estimating here, and I've said it before, and I'm not sure the exact number, but he's kind of the guy behind the scenes. When you see all these big product launches, service launches, or you see the gurus online launching something, you're like, how did they do that? And how did they get the word out? And how did all this work? He's the person behind the screen, kind of like Oz, pulling the levers, right, and making stuff happen. He's been responsible for probably hundreds of millions of dollars in internet transactions because he's the person putting it all together behind the scenes. And he teaches this module to show you how to put it together for launch. Very, very informative. And he's a great guy, good friend. So as you can see, you have many career choices and endless opportunities. Oh my gosh. Remember, you only have to do one thing. You may decide to just start with online coaching. There's so much training we're giving you just on that alone. Then you add in the other things that make the most sense, that make you the happiest, that give you the most time freedom, which add the most value, which are most congruent with the lifestyle you want to live. It's all up to you. You can start with just online training and coaching and then add in these, that's really good. I think I'll add in a downloadable program. You know what? I always wanted to do an ebook. I have one lady who does she's a personal chef, nutrition coach, and she helps moms, and she's been wanting to do a cookbook. Well, she's going to make a cookbook, and that's going to be a lead generation tool for getting coaching clients. So that's how you can add those in there. So you might give away the cooking book, but throughout the cooking book, it's peppered with opportunities to make sure that the rest of your health, fitness, wellness, nutrition, mindset, and motivation is intact and optimized. And that way they can hire you as a coach to go with that new cookbook. So there's a lot of ways to do that. There's another example. So what do you do now? It's actually really simple. Click the graphic to the side. You probably saw it pop up a little bit ago, and register right now. There's no reason to wait. Your excuses are gone. It doesn't matter if someone else is doing what you want to do. There are billions of people in the world, and there are billions of people who speak your language that need your help. And if someone else is already doing it, that means there's already a demand. And remember this too. People hire people. It's not just that you provide a service. It's because they like you. So let your personality shine through. Be uniquely you and offer a great service and help people and make a difference for yourself and others. It really is that simple. And remember, we're always here to support you. I support my students every day. I'm online. We have chat. We have phone. We have email. I'm always here to guide you. It's not like you just register for the program and you're on your way. We're always here. Call us, email us, send us a DM. We're here to serve you always, so please remember that. So stop the excuses. You can build an online business. You can live and work anywhere. You can create your own hours. You're not limited by someone else telling you how you can work, when you can work, how much to charge. You have numerous tax advantages. You have location independence. You have time independence. And you can travel more if you choose. You can do so much more, and this is how you do it. And I'm telling you, when you saw that picture of my penthouse and me sitting there with my dog, Lily, who's at my feet right now, or that was Lucy actually, my other French bulldog, that's real. And the money acquired to buy that penthouse in the Las Vegas Strip, it wasn't cheap, was all from online coaching and mentoring and selling digital products online. You can do exactly the same. My friend Randy told me a long time ago, there's no monopoly on brains. And I firmly believe that. All you have to do is do it. And if you don't, you're going to regret it. So your time is now. This is the opportunity you wanted to begin or expand your career online. And it will help you expand it offline as well if you choose. So thank you so much. Register right now, and I'll see you on the inside. And remember, I will walk you through each step of the program. We're always here to serve you, me and my team. I have a great support team, a great crew. Our faculty here is always here to serve you, and we will help you with whatever you need. You can do this. You will be successful. Follow the step-by-step instructions. It's incredibly comprehensive and yet very, very intuitive. Think about this. What would it cost you if you don't live your dreams? What would it cost you if you miss out? And what is it costing you now because someone else is determining your future rather than you creating your future? You're in control. Do the right thing. Register right now so you can custom design your career and your future and live life on your terms. It's that simple. So thank you so much. I'll see you on the inside. Register right now.